Hello, hello. How you doing?
Hey, good, good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Super happy to have you, dear. Dear. Oh my God, there. What was that?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So, tell me, who are you? Who is Spencer?
Uh, my name is Spencer Androli, and I like to juggle. And yeah, yeah, I like to juggle a lot. uh, I don't know. I think I need some more prompts on like what else to add about myself.
Right. You started.
Yeah,
When did you start juggling?
I started juggling when I was 8 years old. Yeah, I'm currently 21, so it's been 13 years. So yeah,
So you have experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, 13 years. Yeah.
You experimented a lot of stuff in there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. A lot of juggling. Yeah.
So tell me, how did you discover juggling? How did you start doing like three balls?
So my cousin Luca Siletti, if you guys know who he is, he's like the ping pong juggler. He juggles like this ping pong stuff on Instagram. That's how people know him. But I used to live in Peru, and he he was juggling there with a friend, and I remember I wanted to learn as well, so he taught me one day, and I kind of just got obsessed with it and kept going, and yeah, yeah, and yeah, me and my cousin still talk nowadays and talk about juggling.
So
He's a great guy.
he taught you the three ball cascade and stuff.
Yeah, so he taught me the three ball cascade. I remember the first day I got it, and I was just like super happy just to get those first three throws and catches. I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
wow. Then I juggled all day, every day for a while. Yeah,
So you learned it in one
so
day?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember the flash for sure in one
Yeah.
day. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
there's some crazy people out there that they get like instantly the pattern. They like get how it works so fast. Like I have friends
yeah,
that see me juggle and are like, oh, let me try, and then they flash like immediately. I'm so I'm so jealous
yeah,
of them. It took me like a week to learn it, to like qualify it.
yeah, yeah. There's been times where I'm like about to teach some kids how to juggle. And it happened once that like this girl just instantly looked at the pattern and she was like 10 or something. And she's like, oh, I think I know how it goes. And was like doing the right throws for three balls. And I'm like, I don't have to teach you
Yeah, you
that.
can go home
It's like,
now. I'll give you your money
right,
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah,
So it's interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So you teach kids how to juggle?
I haven't, I have, uh, in the past. Nowadays, I don't do it as much, but I'm going to do it more this fall. I'm doing like this school program with another juggler friend of mine where we're kind of doing a duo juggling act and bringing it to schools. It's a 45-minute like educational show. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, we're going to be teaching juggling as well there. So yeah, but I've taught people how to juggle uh, quite a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard to teach some people. Like some people just don't really get how it works. Like some people understood like immediately that it's like just crossing there and there. And some people are like doing literally shower. People have like the image of three ball is like shower as like the base pattern.
Right. Yeah, yeah. It's like when you're trying to teach them the two ball drill,
Oh
right?
yeah,
They're
yes.
constantly like their brain will like reshape to like throwing like this instead of
Yeah.
like that, right? So yeah, that's like most of teaching people how to juggle three balls, like having to correct that and telling them don't pass, just think of it differently,
Yeah.
move your arms. Like
I think some people
sometimes I
like
even like yeah,
I think some people are like just rushed. Like they think, oh, there's too much things happening. When it's literally take your time before it falls. You throw the other one. It's really like organic. It's not
yeah.
like forced. It's literally like you're just doing it. Really.
Right. Yeah, I sometimes even like ask them like, "Hey, could I grab your arms a little bit?" and I kind of like imitate the motion so they can feel like how it's supposed to go instead of uh yeah, instead of like constantly having to do it from zero,
Yeah,
taking
right.
away have the feel down.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So your cousin teach you the three ball cascade, then you flashed it in a day. But how did you discover that there was more? Like there was tricks and then there was like four ball, five ball.
Uh well, so my cousin already knew, like my cousin did 3 years of circus school, like later. So I think when I started three balls, he already knew seven balls.
I,
Um, so I kind of knew there was more because I could see it there. And in Peru, I also went to like juggling get-togethers with other jugglers. Um, so yeah, so there I got to see all kinds of stuff, and yeah, it wasn't like I didn't know there was more. I mean, there was a time like when I was younger, like I don't even remember what age, but I remember seeing the first person juggle, which was like my brother who owned three juggling clubs, but I never really like kind of I thought it was cool, but I
yeah.
never really uh that's all I knew kind of what juggling was. But then I knew my cousin juggled, but then I was hanging with him and I really wanted to be a part of it. Um so there there I finally learned, and yeah, with my cousin, yeah, I think I pretty much knew there was more to it,
Yeah, right.
uh, kind of not instantly, but yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
there's some people who just start with like three balls and they like literally don't have any knowledge because they know like people do crazy amount of balls. Like they see on TV people doing like seven balls and they think like it's the greatest thing ever you could do in juggling. But then they start with
yeah,
three balls and they like literally don't have any clue what's between. Like they know four, but then they cannot like start four from cold and stuff. So I think that's where the internet and the teaching and stuff can help them because that's where they find like columns and two in one hand and basic side swap like 4-2-3 who can help you with four balls and stuff.
right, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. There, I feel like when I teach people how to do, like how to juggle in general, like I've taught juggling classes that I teach kids up to like five balls, like when they've gotten up to five balls. And it's like I try to emphasize the tricks in between the next number,
Yeah,
right? Like because those are very helpful because I'm not they just go straight for four. Yeah, they may get it, but then they won't be able to run it because they're not used to the different throws that you can do. So yeah, it's I'd say it's really important to do the three ball tricks like
right, yeah,
vitally.
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
And there's some even the intermediate juggler that know like more than four ball, just like tricks with four balls, and they want to step up to five balls. There's so much like side
right.
swap that can help you out there. You can do
Oh yeah,
a lot of stuff with fives with four ball. You do like 5-3, 5-5, 5-1.
yeah, and you can go infinitely like yeah, add fours and make it switch sides and
Yeah,
like
so
yeah,
you can.
go crazy.
It's basically like the three ball, like the thing to practice. The basic three ball, like the two ball drill, just doing this. So then you switch hands. You can do the same thing with like four ball to practice the five ball, right? You can just switch sides and
Right.
stuff. Yeah, at least you don't
Yeah.
start from like cold. Because one mistake I did was like starting five ball from cold, and then okay, I did four ball. Then let's add one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Sometimes I like to challenge myself and start things cold, but then I'm like, okay, I have to backtrack.
I think
Yeah.
when you're at like six balls, you can pretty much freestyle from cold because you know how it works now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Well, it depends what you try.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the base patterns. Like there's no like YouTube tutorial on eight balls. Like they people who figured out how to add balls know how it works. Like you just throw it higher. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there it becomes about concepts. Like there, it's like about you know, learning, I guess, well, obviously, the concept that even numbers don't cross and odd numbers do cross.
Mhm.
And then you have to know the concept that the pattern gets faster.
Mhm.
So there it's like you start at those and then you add concepts like mentally, I'd say, as you juggle. Like I don't know if you can teach someone, well, you definitely can teach someone eight balls, but like it's like if
They
you're a
could
good
figure out,
juggler,
like, if they
right?
manage to do 5 to 6, they can manage to do 7 to 8.
Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah, if they're a good juggler, they're accustomed to um in a way those that I guess the habits of knowing what's next, I guess, with
Yeah, right.
juggling. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so when you learn with your cousin, you learn like all the basic three ball tricks like Mills Mess and columns and stuff.
Um, I don't fully remember. There, I can, I remember because there's my first ever juggling video on YouTube that I made with him. He taught me how to edit that. uh, and I definitely did columns. I think Mills Mess took me a while, like to figure out, and I like kind of ignored it for probably a few years, and then one day I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't explain it to myself, but I could do it,
Right.
and it worked out. Um, but yeah, I definitely went for the one up like shirt
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
shirt pack. Yeah, that was I love that trick when I was younger.
So you were
It's like
doing like shows, like showman tricks, not like pure side swap and stuff. You're doing like showman tricks like one up 360 with the shirt and maybe like one behind the back and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say so. Well, I was 8, so I love those showman tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think of them as showman tricks. I was like, oh, boom.
Boom.
I think the thrill of just like bouncing it off the shirt was fun, and then yeah, one up 360 of course is a fun challenge. Uh, Under the leg, yeah, like all those
Yeah.
basic. I don't know when I learned side swaps exactly. Yeah, I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's been a while.
Do you remember like one juggler that you were like almost fantasizing about that he was like just so good and you wanted to be like him when you were younger?
Yeah, I think my cousin introduced me once to Anthony Gatto, but then I
Oh
forgot
yeah.
I forgot his name. Well, I remember seeing clips of him as a kid, right? And but then I forgot his name, and I didn't know, like I was like I think I would ask people, do you know like who the best juggler in the world is? Like I would ask people to try because I really wanted to watch those videos again. Um, because yeah, but then yeah, so I think it was Anthony Gatto definitely as a kid.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the kid version showed me kind of like, oh, I could do that. But yeah, he's already 8 and does 5 clubs. Like, oh, dang it.
Oh
So
dang
yeah,
it! But he cannot do the off the shirt one. So you're right.
right. Yeah,
You were original a little bit.
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
there's some crazy jugglers nowadays that started like extremely young. Yeah, they were like so
right.
good when we were like still, I don't know, drawing butterflies. That was our best talent, and they were still doing like 5 clubs between us.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, I think they're. Do you know Matan Pressburg?
Yes.
Matan? Yeah, he was like 6 years old doing 6 balls. Like that's
Yeah.
what he like. And I was like, "Jeez,
No,
you
he's
got a head start. Like that's crazy."
he, the legend says that he's been juggling since he's alive.
Right. Yeah, honestly, they threw him a ball as a baby, and he just caught it. Like,
He did it off the shirt. He didn't have a shirt, but he managed to do off the shirt still.
yeah, right.
No, Matan, he's been doing this for quite some times. I think that
Yeah,
that's why nowadays he's like so consistent. Like,
yeah,
oh my god, there's like so few like drop percentage. Like, let's say okay, he did like live streams on Twitch last year. I
right,
I don't know if he still does some. I don't know. I used to watch
right,
them, and he was doing like 2 hours of just seven, eight, nine balls, just practicing. And he was dropping like once every 30 seconds, but with like seven, eight, and nine balls. So the drop rate he had is
right.
gnarly, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I remember like just seeing him at IJA's. Like, I just like look over and see someone running 9 balls like it's nothing, and I was like, oh yeah, it's my time.
Oh, it's just Matan, yeah.
Yeah, and like the balls are like they're huge. They're like they're the Russian juggling balls, like cathedral juggling balls.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I have one right here, but it's like they're this size. Well, it doesn't look that big, but yeah, but he has like
Still 9,
9 of them.
yeah, 9 is a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks very visual, and he's just like calm with it. I'm like, wow, looks nice.
Then you when you see his level, like it makes sense that he started at 6 years old now.
Right. Well, it seems like he started at like 4 if he could do six
Oh
balls
right,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Right.
He didn't skip 6. No.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what
So
was? Sorry.
I was gonna say, when did you start? Yeah.
Oh, I started during quarantine. I was
Oh yeah.
I was hella bored and I was watching like there's people. Oh, I don't know how it's called. Like uh some people are amazing. You know these type of
People are awesome.
yeah, this
Yeah.
one. These type of
These are-
YouTube compilations and stuff. I probably saw a juggler on there, and I was like, oh, this is good. Like, I used to some hand sports before because I'm just good with my hands. Because I try football, soccer, whatever you call it. I used to do this,
Yeah.
but I was like super bad, and I was not good at running and any type of stuff. But I was trying to do like freestyle basketball because it was like fidgety, right? You're like just doing funny stuff with your hands and like making it a spin, like behind your back. It's basically like how I accidentally got introduced with ball juggling and stuff. And then I saw
Yeah.
that they could do it with multiple balls and stuff. And then I used to watch Taylor, right?
Yeah. Right. Right.
Then I saw all those reachable. I don't know if it's a word. If it's a word, probably reachable tricks. Like I learned to do three ball cascade. Then I saw I could do one over the top, one under the arm and stuff. So I
Yeah.
tried. Yeah, I gradually got there. Yeah, and my current style is like not close to that though, because
Yeah.
in the meantime I got like introduced to the Discord server. It's called no, I think it's just called Juggling. I don't think it has a name,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, there's a Discord server with Mike Moore, and a bunch more,
Sweet, sweet.
right? And I got like
Right. Right.
introduced to my current style, which is Temoto, right?
Yeah.
So like, I saw all the crazy like. It's similar with like clay motion. Is that called clay motion juggling? It's like
Yeah.
oh, I forgot the name. You know when you stop and go, like people were doing like super fast. I saw it for the first time. Like clay juggling was so. I don't know. I like the idea of fidgety. Like I was, it's like so fast and so much things happening. And they seem like they know so much what they're doing, and it was impressing me
Yeah.
more than like people doing five balls. Cause five ball was just like I don't know. It was just there. It was the pattern doing foo, 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 foo. And I found it cool to
Yeah.
like yeah, literally the word fidget. Like if you fidget around with the balls and stuff, you can do like crazy combinations. I think that's what
Was it
caught
like?
me.
Yeah. Was it micro juggling?
Yeah, micro.
Like
Yeah,
the.
yeah, yes, yes. I
Yeah. some crazy stuff.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not exactly the same as Temoto, but like I first got introduced to this type of juggling tricks with Taylor because Taylor loves micro juggling. She did some tutorial with micro tricks. I don't know how I call it.
Chain
Micro
motion.
okay, motion tricks. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that was interesting me a lot. And then I saw like all those crazy hand bounces. It was like fidget, but even like higher level. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, there's
yeah.
some crazy micro juggling out there, but I didn't got introduced to
Right,
that crazy level yet. But then I went to the
right, right.
Discord server just because I want to. Yeah, here's the thing. I live in a part of Canada where there's like basically no jugglers in my area. So
Amen.
so yeah, I searched up on internet who run like a circus or something close to me, and there were like none. It was like in Montreal. It's like not that close.
Right.
So I wanted to go online. Since I cannot see jugglers in real life, let's go online. So then that's how I discovered the Discord server and stuff. And a lot of Instagram jugglers. I remember I saw you maybe like a year after I started.
Yeah.
Cause then I started to like numbers and stuff. Cause I found it so satisfying to do five balls, even though it was not like my exact goal when I started.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I like skipped from Temoto to like numbers, and that's how I discovered like a lot of crazy jugglers out there, like Anthony
Right.
Gatto, you, Matan. I used to watch Matan videos. Okay, that was the same time when I was watching his live streams. So I was like
Yeah.
learning to do five balls, and on his live stream he was doing like back crosses with seven. Meanwhile, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's how I gonna end up. Yeah,
Yeah. Nice. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I saw your IJ Tricks to the Month video, like with all the crazy Tomoto type craziness. I love it. It's so good.
my trick of the month.
Yeah, you did a trick of the month, right?
No, it was my friend KM. Wait, I think I know which one
Wait,
you're talking about. Um,
no, maybe it wasn't a trick of the month. Maybe it was your video that was like, I thought, I think you posted the video. My bad. It wasn't trick of the month.
is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Um, is it this one? Cause this is a crazy trick of the month. He's my he's my friend. He does Temoto as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
My bad. Yeah, yeah.
Some people confuses us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
No, but I'd love making a trick of the month, right? So IJA, contact me whenever.
yeah, yeah. Shout out IJ. Yeah.
Yeah, I love making
Yeah.
one. But I do a lot of like collabs and stuff online, so maybe that's how you saw my stuff. I don't know. I did.
Right. Oh, yeah. You did like the weekly Tomoto like massive collaboration
Yes,
video.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. Did you try to do some extra box pattern like inverted box and all the crazy stuff?
I mean, I can do like a few like combinations like
Cause
uh hmm. well, I
it,
obviously can do upside down box. I like this one. Ooh,
yes, yeah, yeah.
sorry. There's that. Like that
Oh yeah.
one.
This one is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, I was trying to do like one that Mike Moore put like as a weekly Tomoto. I'm like, geez,
Do you
these are
remember which one?
crazy.
Is it the one
Well,
that? Is it the
they're
one?
all like some are very similar. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Now it's like week 35 ish.
Right.
When we're recording this episode, it's August 24th. So yeah,
Right.
maybe when y'all are gonna listen to this, it's gonna be the end of Weekly Tomoto because it's 52 weeks, right? It lasts 1 year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
right
it's
now,
about to hit 52 or 35, you said?
right now it's around 35 ish, cause it's ending in January. I think he started. Yeah, I think it's just a year from January to January again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and meanwhile, I'm just gonna continue doing all of the bonuses and the core patterns. 'Cause that's a personal goal. Cause
Yeah,
right now
yeah.
I haven't missed one of them. I did every single one each week and stuff, and there was a crazy micro jugglers a few weeks ago. He did like crazy tricks, and then I remember when I was scrolling, it was Friday because they upload the weekly Tomoto on Fridays.
Yeah.
I was I was scrolling. I saw like the weekly Tomoto like 20 something. I don't remember, and then I saw just the dude doing like crazy micro juggling. I was like, oh, I gotta learn that now.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's a guy who does like four balls and then he does like 5 3 4 in like micro juggling. Um,
Yes, yes.
yeah, with the green Russian juggling balls and they kind of shuffle. Like it's insane.
Yeah, and he did like crazy three ball work. Like he was so fast like this. I think I can
Yeah,
find him. Um,
yeah, yeah.
no, I got nervous on that one.
Right.
It's this. Yeah, this dude.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I think I've seen him. Wow.
I remember when I. Oh yes, this one. Okay, that's with the four ball one. I remember I was sweating when I saw this. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta learn this now. Cause I didn't want like break the record I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I want to have like every single one. Cause it's I don't know accomplishment, and it's a cool thing. Cause I'm like not juggling every single day, but the weekly Tomoto like makes me juggle at least once a week to learn it. So I think that's a cool
Right.
thing. So
Yeah, that's good, man.
how often do you juggle?
Um, well, nowadays I've been juggling like maybe 5 times a week. Um, because I've been practicing the show that we have and we're doing like some gigs. Shout out the Spencer Paul show. Um, and so yeah, I've been doing like a lot of passing training. Uh, my
I
friend Paul.
I'd love to make passing tricks. It looks so fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I honestly like. Yeah, I'm like the same thing. Like I I I was the only juggler in Tyler for like the longest time, and then I found Paul through like the Dallas Fort Worth juggling group on Facebook, right? And yeah, and we found out we went to the same college, so I was like, oh dang. So yeah, now I can pass with someone locally,
Yes,
so
yeah.
it's pretty fun.
Can you affirm that juggling with someone makes you grow like faster? Cause I feel like once I get a close juggling friend with like a similar level, I could like progress so much with him doing passing and stuff.
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. Like for me, yeah, yeah. I'm like when I went to WJF the first few years, like I would see like Jonah, Delaney, like they were all like around my level at some points. Like obviously Jonah like was always better than me, like 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 by a little bit and would beat me at the competitions and stuff. But that would like motivate me to keep like
Yes,
not go too far behind.
it was like
But
your rival. He was like your
yeah,
rival.
like in a way, but yeah, we're obviously like good friends.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like it was just like such an encouraging thing because it's like I don't want to be left behind, and also like he's working on these crazy things. I'm gonna try that out too. Like, so yeah, it's super fun. So
S-
so yeah, yeah, definitely. I'd say like if you're starting to juggle, like definitely find someone who matches like your level around there, or and is maybe a little bit better, and try to kind of like in a way, I'd say match their level because they kind of show you what's the next step.
Right.
Um, so you kind of like keep going, and um, yeah, you definitely it's definitely beneficial because yeah, it's like a small competitive attitude in me to like keep up.
To
Um,
Jonah.
but it was like, yeah, keep up with Jonah. Yeah, yeah, like he would post a video and do like a five five club 5 up 720 in
Oh.
singles, and I'm like, oh dang it, I at that
Oh.
point I'm
Oh,
like,
dang it! I'm
yeah,
still doing off the shirt. Dang it.
dang it, gotta do a 720 with off the shirt now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. I'm like, it just always encourages me when I'm like, when I feel like, okay, I, I, I've done like a lot, and then he posts a video that he does even crazier stuff. I'm just like, geez, I gotta keep practicing.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
I remember when I started, I was following Instagram accounts and stuff, and I don't know if you
Yeah.
know Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
Rohan, oh shit, he started at the same exact month as me. We started May 2020, and like
Oh, dang.
at first we were like exactly the same level. We were like learning five ball at like almost the exact same month and stuff. And then he was
Wow.
doing three up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do three up. We did like catch up so close, but then
Yeah.
I went to see Timoto stuff, and then he continued doing numbers. So right now he's doing like crazy stuff that I'm not even close with numbers. But yeah, Rohan was my online rival. If you're watching this,
Right.
one day I'm gonna catch you up, okay?
Dang.
Right now he's doing
Jeez.
nine
Yeah.
balls, and I'm like barely. I'm not even. I didn't even qualify eight yet. I did like 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Rohan and Luca Hayes, Luca
Yeah,
Hase.
yeah. Hase,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. But both of them are like, I love watching jugglers progress. Like, it's so cool.
They both got
Like,
so good so quickly.
oh my gosh. Like, yeah, like I remember like Luca getting the 5 up with 7 balls. I'm like, okay, this is serious. And then he got the DB like within a month. And I'm like, wow. I didn't do that. I didn't do a DB for a while. Like, no, it took me a while to even like, yeah, it's crazy. I think people are just gonna keep learning faster and faster because
Yeah,
they've only been like 3 years, 2 years. Like that is unfathomable.
yeah.
Like that's crazy. Yeah. So
S-
yeah, I saw yeah Luca compete in juniors at the WJF this last year, and I was like, man, he could have just done like intermediates. Like he could
right.
have beat intermediates if he wanted to. Um, but yeah, and I'm like, he's gonna be an advanced competitor like any moment now.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
he's good.
you
Yeah.
participated in like tons of events out there.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I did do WJF 9 to WJF 13. Then I didn't go to WJF for a few years and came back. WJF was it 15 or 16? This last one. Yeah. So I've competed a lot in WJF, and I've gotten to two IJAs. Um, IJ 2016. Wait, no, it just became three. Yeah, IJ 2016 in El Paso, 2019 in Indiana, and then this year Cedar Rapids,
In
Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I saw
yeah.
clips of correct me if I'm wrong, but it was WJF, and you had to do like base patterns, and you were like you had like 2 minutes to do the most catches of something. And I remember I saw that live. Like I was just randomly scrolling, and then I saw, oh, you're you're live. You were like live streaming your arrival there, and then I was just I was just there. I saw it live, and I saw you like, oh, I don't know, was it 7 balls or 7 clubs? I don't know. You did like crazy stuff with 7 props, and you didn't like. You were so consistent. It's almost like Matan level consistent. Like,
Oh wow.
like I saw it. I saw like almost no drops. I stayed for like 1 minute just to see what you were doing there, and I was so impressed. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this is happening right now. You're doing crazy stuff right now.
yeah, Yeah, in a way, I did live stream that competition because I'm like, I knew it wasn't gonna, the footage of it wasn't gonna come out for a little bit. So I'm like, because the year before, like people didn't know who won the WJF. I had no clue, and I was like, I'm not even, I'm not sure. We have no live stream to even see what happened. We can like ask our friends that were there, but like, so I'm like, I asked Jason, hey, could I just set up my phone and live stream the events, um, just for people to see? And he's like, sure. So, so yeah,
And
yeah. So
what
it turned
what
out to be really fun. So,
what place did you got?
this last year, I got I got first. I won.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I think because lately there was EJC, there was IJA, and WJF was earlier this year,
it was late last year. It was December, like 20
2021.
21, 23, I think. 17th to the 23rd, I think, or something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know. Yeah,
Yeah, so right now there was IJA and EJC, like
yeah,
almost at the same time. Did you went to the IJA?
I did. Yes, yeah, yeah. I was at IJA, yeah, in Cedar Rapids. That was a fun festival. So fun.
I wish I could have come there. Cause
Yeah, come next year, man. It'll be fun.
the plane ticket's expensive.
All
Yeah.
right,
Next year is closer though. It's in Michigan, is it?
Michigan. I think it's in Indiana.
Indiana,
Indiana.
Indiana. I yeah.
Yeah,
It's yeah, and it's just a tiny bit like there's Iowa and there's like Indiana. It's just like tiny bit closer, so maybe it's gonna be less expensive for the plane tickets. Maybe
yeah.
when that will come, I gonna see all y'all crazy jugglers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'll see you too. So,
Yeah, that could be
well,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how did you like meet up with people except your cousin? Because he's the one teaching you. He was the one teaching you.
How did I meet up with people? Like where? Like in the States
When you
or
when you started juggling and you had like your first juggling friends and real life rivals and stuff.
real life rival? No. Well, so there's a juggling community in Peru. I used to live in Peru, in Lima, Peru, and there's like a lot of jugglers there. Like, and there was like a whole juggling get together there usually, and I pretty much, my cousin learned to juggle from going there randomly before. So he just brought me over there to go juggle as well. Um, so yeah, that's how I met a ton of people, and they're all friends with my cousin. So yeah,
Hmm.
so pretty much, yeah, I was fortunate to have my cousin that knows a lot of people there, and yeah, and taught me stuff. Yeah,
Your cousin must be so happy right now to see at what level you've become.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I talked to him this week for sure, and yeah, yeah. It's just fun, like, cause he's way more like an artistic juggler than I am. Like he did circus school, and he also does like a ton of like develops a ton of notations, like random notations for juggling, um, and basically yeah, he's very smart guy juggling wise, so he always suggests stuff for me to try, and he's always finding new like interesting props to try himself. So yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
it's super fun.
it's awesome to have like so much like possibilities out there because you can if you start juggling and you want to be like a sport juggler, you can do crazy side swap with numbers and stuff. If you want to do like art stuff, you can do flow juggling. You can do there's so much possibilities out there. You can
Right,
you can you can discover so much tricks that no one have been messing around with. Just if you get
yeah,
like interested enough in like a certain type of juggling. like right now I'm having like so much fun discovering Temoto stuff because there's like so few people that did four ball Temoto yet, and right now I'm trying to figure out stuff out there. So
Right.
it's a bunch of fun because it's like almost something that have never been done, like four ball Temoto at super high level. So I'm trying to seek in that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I find it so interesting how juggling looks different on each person, right? Like, even if they do the same trick, for example,
Mhm.
they have like a different style to it. Just like you can see, like,
It's almost their
some,
accent. It's almost
yeah,
like the
it's like,
juggling
yeah,
have their accent. Crazy.
it's like their mannerism, but in a juggling pattern. Like it's interesting, but also also just how people love to juggle, right? Like in different ways. Like some people love the sport aspect, some people love creating and just like throwing stuff and catching stuff, like and yeah, in weird manners. Some people like to do it with dance. Some
Hmm.
people like yeah. It's just like it's super. It's mind blowing.
And
Yeah,
people
it's like the
like
variety.
people try like to cut in half. Like people are like, okay, you decide. It's either a sport or art. Like decide. You don't have to decide. It's literally everything you
Hello?
want it to
Yeah.
be.
Right. Yeah, yeah. People like ask me that question, like they're like, "Oh, do you think it's a sport or an art?" I'm like, why can't it just be both? Honestly,
I think it's
there's
juggling. That's the answer. Say it's juggling. That's it.
it, it's it's juggling. Yeah, like it's like there's an artistic look to sport juggling if you even think about that. Like
Hmm.
it's very satisfying to see, right? Like, and then also there's an artistic look to artistic juggling, right? And then well, I don't know if there's a sport look to artistic juggling, but like,
But when you see
yeah,
like when you see like Ricardo, I forgot his last name. Oh my god.
Ricardo Mendes, yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mendes. Yeah. Like pretty
yeah,
sure there's some sport aspect there. He's doing like dancing in the same time as artistic juggling. That's I think every single aspect can get everywhere. Like
yeah. I
Timoto, like Timoto is literally like robotic. It's just like patterns and swaps. Like you gotta be so fast. There's like no question time. There's almost like no liberty to do what's next. Like you just have to swap, then do it again. Then, but it's like so
crazy.
satisfying and stuff. There, even though it's robotic, you can still find like art in Timoto juggling.
Yeah, yeah. It's like yeah. You said Ricardo Mendes and how like demanding this. You don't realize how demanding his juggling is. I took his workshop at IJA, like just to see what it was like and everything, and he tried teaching us his like favorite type tricks. Gosh, I'm like, I felt like I was gonna get injured. I'm like, we should have stretched before this. It was like super like catch all around your body,
Oh yeah.
like yeah, and like I like if you notice like three ball jugglers, like sometimes three ball jugglers are even more physically fit than even like numbers jugglers
Yeah.
because they have to move around so much.
Yeah.
And it's like so there's like sport to it at all like at all levels. Like if you want to do certain tricks or like expand juggling in a certain way, there's like sport and art and all of it, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you have you heard of Casper Westlund. He's a Swedish juggler.
Asper Westland.
Let's see if I pull up his Instagram, maybe you'll recognize him.
Yeah, I probably I sometimes know jugglers by usernames, not by actual name.
Westlund Casper. Yeah, so he's really
Oh
really
yeah,
good with body throws. And when I started on the Discord server, there was like a bunch of channels where there was like people competing in a game of juggle, they called it.
right.
So I tried to do one with Casper, and it lasted like nearly a year. It was so long, because we were like always keeping up with each other. It was crazy, like
Right.
and like he knew I was like for a word doing Timoto and stuff, and he was like pushing the body throws like at a level I never saw before, and I had to do like these body throws in like 2 days. So I remember at one point we were like doing, like you said, hold on, let's see, you said like the body stuff like this. At some point there was like tricks that I had to go like behind these. This one give me nightmares. Doing this type of throws give me nightmares.
Right. Yeah.
Like I was so stiff doing like Timoto juggling. I was like so robotic. I was so stiff, and like he wanted me to take letters doing like crazy body throws because that was not like my comfort zone. But since
Yeah.
I had to keep up, he made me discover so much body throws and art form in juggling. So shout out Casper, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. 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 I love playing juggle with people because sometimes the strategy is do tricks they are not comfortable with doing.
Yeah.
so, so I played juggle with Maximilian,
Oh my god.
and he would do these insane side swaps that I was like, I have never heard of these. I think he did like one that was like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it or no, not it was 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So it was a reverse 9, 7,
Oh
5,
yeah.
3, 1.
Wait, how
And
does
I'm
that
like,
work? How does that
I have
even
no
work?
idea. I think you enter with like a 6, 6, 7 or something weird, and then you go 1, 3, 5, and it like climbs up a ladder or something
uh,
weird.
oh my god, that seems so hard.
Yeah, I got a letter on that trick, and I was like, I did not know you could reverse a 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. That's insane.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
at some point,
It's so cool seeing what people do.
it's like ridiculously hard when you're like not the same type of juggling. Like, let's say we do a game of juggle, you could like make me take letters doing 5 clubs. Just
Yeah,
you qualify 5 clubs. I take a letter, first because I don't have 5 clubs, but second, no, I'm not like that good, right? You can. I think that's a stupid, it's a stupid thing. Like you can
yeah,
make any crazy trick, and then I do a crazy Tomoto trick, and we'll just take letters. The first one that gets, it's the first one that gets letters, right?
right. It'll be like the first one who does the out of comfort zone trick may
Right.
win or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I think you should be doing a game of juggles with people with your similar level, similar style as well. Like I think Maximilian
right.
is a great, it's a great opponent for you.
Yeah, yeah. That was so fun, honestly. Though, like it really challenged me. I loved it. Yeah,
I know
yeah. Shout out.
I know Maximilian like trains so hard so often. How's your
Yeah.
training? How do you train?
Um. For I mean, for me, like before I was doing all this juggling full time. Yeah, like I'm doing juggling full time and the fall and trying to get that rolling. Um. Yeah, I would juggle like 3 times, 2 times, well, 3 times a week was like usual, for like around 3 or 2 hours each. Um, yeah. Um, the question was how's
Yeah,
my training like or
yeah. Do you have like a training format, and did it change during the years since you've been like professional level?
um yeah, so for me, I've never been very good at staying very structured with juggling. Like I've always just had fun with it. Like obviously I warm up with like lower numbers and then keep going up. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of it's having fun, and then sometimes I throw a ball out and try a fun trick if I want to, and it's not like I have to go through a specific routine and then I can try fun stuff. Um, or yeah, so but I'd say recently my juggling training has changed, uh, like a little bit. Um, in a way to emphasize the side swaps and drills in order to like at IJA with Esteban and Monacid Cardenas.
Uh,
Um,
what's his Instagram handle?
Esteban underscore Cisse maybe. He's like the guy who owns the 7 ball record and the six
Oh,
ball record.
oh yeah, right.
Yeah, the Chilean guy. So with him at IJA, he like showed me like this kind of like site swap system that I've been kind of implementing in that like he just runs through basically all the site swaps um like for the next number, if that makes sense. And it kind of warms up those throws and it makes it super polished.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that with balls, rings, and clubs, like trying to get those polished as well. So I've started having a little more structure with my juggling, um, for sure. But yeah, yeah, it, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can fully explain my juggling session. I usually like start off with like easier side swaps and make sure I have those consistent, and then I just keep on going, and then sometimes I do a ton of 360s in a way to get my heart pumping, and then kind of like feel
Yeah, yeah.
warmed up so I can be able to move better. Um, yeah, I've started like stretching better. I think recently.
Do you feel like
Um,
stretching and warming up helps you?
uh, yeah, yeah. Well, in a way, I'm trying to prevent injury if that ever happens. Like, I just want to be because with juggling, it only works a few sets of muscles in your body. It only work well at my technical level. Like, it critically hits like more of the front chest muscles, right? And if I don't, I guess, work out the other ones, like it kind of like pulls on the other muscles.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
I kind of have a little bit of slouching because of juggling, because I've strengthened some muscles and other ones I haven't even emphasized, um, because I've just juggled. I haven't really worked out in general. So so basically, so yeah, I'm in a way stretching and also strengthening with like elastic bands a little bit, and also like a lot of the times like with like technical juggling or just juggling for a while, you become very like stiff or
Yes.
your muscles are tense.
Yeah.
um so like stretching those out and like feeling loose is really good. Like you feel like you can move better. I mean, for me. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's it's a habit to get into, but it's really worth it because there's a lot of jugglers who get injured, um, because of that. Uh, yeah, I was really inspired by that because of Esteban at IJA because he's like teaching me all these things because he's gone super in depth on like exercises, um, of like which muscles and everything, and yeah, because he injured his wrist and his shoulder for like over a year, after he beat all the records.
When you're doing numbers and consistency, you gotta like stretch and warm up so much because you're not like waking up one day and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 7 balls for like 40 minutes because that would just like get you exhausted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I even juggle 7 balls for 40 minutes straight unless I'm trying one trick for a while, which, yeah, I don't know if it'd be a waste of time. Like, might as well hit it and then like try stuff that set you up for that trick instead of just trying the same trick. Because if you try a trick for 40 minutes, I'd say you have to adjust what you're doing wrong. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, definitely like strengthening is something I'm trying to learn, and like technical juggling is not very researched. I'm
Mm.
like I wanna get some like professional advice on that and see if what's beneficial in a way to make me stronger to do
Right.
harder stuff.
I think
So
people are starting to get technical juggling like serious because
Right.
people like Maximilian doing
Mm-hmm.
strength training with like wristbands and kilos and
Wristbands, yeah.
stuff. He putting, I think it's 1 kilo on his hand, and he's doing like 8 balls. I think that should help like so much to do 8 balls consistent after without any wristbands.
Right. Yeah, or even do 6 balls high or something with wristbands. Like that kind of like yeah, it kind of tricks your muscles into doing harder work, and then when they do easier work, it works great. Or it's yeah, you feel it feels way lighter. Yeah.
Have you have you well, are you currently working out to like keep up with the high level juggling? Do you think like
Um.
muscle training helps you for juggling high numbers?
Yeah. Well, so for me, I find like lifting weights consistently and doing push-ups, sit-ups. I have to find like a direct motivation to do it to keep it.
Yeah.
Um, I've been doing a lot of like elastic bands, so I've been kind of starting it. Um, for my main like objective is to for my juggling to be better and for my like just to in a way um I want to keep juggling and keep getting better. So that's why I work
Right.
out. Um, so yeah, so it's not like the whole well-known overall workout, but it's more elastic bands to like stretch out my back, strengthen my back,
Yeah.
um, strengthen arms a little bit, but not too much because those are the
But
stronger muscles
at
already.
at this point,
Um,
juggling that high level tricks, it's already like a workout for your shoulders and stuff. So you're just
right?
making it work even when you're directly juggling.
Yeah, yeah, it's already a workout pretty much. But yeah, I'm like I want stuff to reinforce that workout. Like for example, like juggling doesn't really do too much for the lower back or too much for I guess the back unless you. I mean, I found that overheads
If you do body
like pretty.
throws, probably this do your this stretches and work your muscles if you're doing like crazy body throws.
Yeah, yeah, definitely body throws make you more like they make you move more. But I'd say like if you're not used to body throws, careful on being injured if your muscles are not strong,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah, but yeah, in a way, yeah.
Right. So that was awesome. What shall we expect from Spencer in the future?
Um, uh, probably more juggling tricks online. I always like posting those. Yeah, I'm currently working on an act, a juggling act that I'm hoping to get hired somewhere to do it. So, so yeah, I'm in a way want trying to make my juggling. Uh, I want to be a professional juggler. Like it's so. But yeah, hopefully I'll be doing a lot of that too. So,
Right. You're gonna
yeah.
continue pushing limits and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, always.
Right.
Yeah,
So
always fun.
you can find out Spencer on his Instagram. Point down. You have your Instagram handle
I'm
there. Point down there. This is the Instagram
down there.
handle. Find Spencer on at Spence the Juggler on Instagram
There you go.
and go see the crazy stuff there's out there that Spencer does.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get
And
mind blown.
also follow XavJuggles here for making
There.
this happen. So yeah.
There. So thanks y'all for listening.
Mhm.
Thanks y'all for watching. Have fun juggling and see you next time. Ciao.
Yep. Ciao.